friends, Jay Narissa here, back with another video, and today's video is on burnout, how to identify some signs and symptoms of burnout, and then how to cope with it. So burnout is something that we can potentially experience in both our personal and professional lives, where we are constantly just going, and then sometimes we're not able or not putting in the effort to take care of ourselves, and then it results in a lot of negative consequences. So, number one, physical fatigue. So sometimes when we are constantly pushing ourselves, we can feel overwhelmingly tired, and it's like you don't necessarily have a physical reason to feel so tired, but you just feel overall drained and it's hard to keep pushing. That is one of the telltale signs that you are pushing yourself too hard to the point of burnout. Number two, mental exhaustion. So the more we have to think about things and push ourselves, the more likely we are to sometimes experience mental exhaustion, which can include some cloudy and fogginess when you're thinking about things. It could mean that you're starting to forget some of the things that you're supposed to do, or you're just unable to focus and think clearly in general. When we are burnt out, it's hard to be productive because it's hard for us to think. Number three, emotional exhaustion. And this is especially true for people that are in like human service fields. So like social work, mental health, health in general, things that require you to help other people, because you are constantly having to give yourself and be emotionally in tune with other people, work with other people. And if you're anything like me and you're an empath, I tend to take on a lot of people's thoughts, feelings, and emotions, and feel empathy for people when they're experiencing things. And so that can be especially draining emotionally because I'm taking on things that people are experiencing around me. Number four, loss of motivation. So a lot of times when we're working on things and going and pushing ourselves, it's for things that we are passionate about or that we really enjoy doing. And if you are suddenly feeling like you're not motivated to keep doing something, and you're usually a driven person and working towards things, whether that be just being a better version of yourself, or you're working towards a promotion at work, or you're just typically going above and beyond and you don't feel like doing that anymore, that could be an indication that you're experiencing burnout. Number five, increased negative thoughts. So when you're burnt out and tired and overwhelmed, you can often start to have more negative thoughts than normal. You're starting to view the glass as half empty instead of half full, and it's like you don't have the mental capacity to think positively or look at the brighter side of things. Especially for people who are typically optimistic, it is a huge red flag if you start to think more negatively about things that are happening in life. And number six, decreased performance. So for those of us who are our own biggest critics and we are always striving for perfection, even though we know it's impossible, it can be difficult to keep going at that level when you feel overwhelmed and burnt out. And so as a result, your performance may decrease. This could be both for personal things or for professional things. You may not be as attentive to details, or you may start missing things that are important. You start to make more mistakes than normal. This is a huge indication that you're experiencing burnout. Number seven, social withdrawal. So the more burnt out and tired we feel, the less we feel like engaging with our friends and family. And so you'll start to withdraw just to get some time to yourself, to decompress or sleep more or whatever it is. Your friends and family may start to notice that you aren't around as much. And this could be an indication that you're experiencing burnout and need to do something to engage more effectively with your loved ones and support system. Number eight, sleep issues. And this could mean that you're either sleeping more than normal or that you're not getting as much sleep as you need. It could mean that you're mind just keeps going and you're unable to stop thinking about stuff that you have coming up or things that you are currently working on, and that can lead to sleep disruptions or insomnia altogether. Sleep is a really important component to your body's ability to reset and be prepared for the next day. And so when someone feels burnt out in their professional or personal life, sleep can become more difficult to optimize, and you can start feeling restless and like you are tired all the time. Number 9, physical symptoms. When we experience things mentally and emotionally, they often manifest in a physical way. And so when we're burnt out and overwhelmed, that can sometimes mean more frequent headaches, gastrointestinal issues. It could mean unexplained weight loss or weight gain. And it could mean that your appetite changes drastically. These are all signs that you could be burnt out. And number 10, a general feeling that you have lost control. When you feel like there are millions of things going on in your life and you have no control over any of it and you just feel like you're sinking in quicksand, that could be an indication that you have too much going on and you're overextending yourself to the point of burnout. So, some ways to overcome these feelings of burnout. Number 1, set boundaries. So when you start to feel overwhelmed and burnt out, that is a clear indication that you may need to set some boundaries about what you're willing to do, what you're able to do, and communicate those boundaries to the people that are around you, whether that's your family and your friends, your supervisor at work, or your colleagues. It's important to set these boundaries so that you are able to optimize your health and well-being and you aren't helping other people at the detriment of yourself. Number 2, practice self-care. Whatever that looks like for you, what your favorite self-care practices are. Maybe that's journaling, maybe that's exercising. For me, it's traveling. Also going to get massages, but also binge watching TV shows, reading books, anything that allows you to relax, decompress, and reset will help you to manage some of the stressors that you're feeling that make you feel burnt out. Number 3, take breaks. And this could mean scheduling breaks within your workday, like making sure that you have lunch or taking time out to go for a walk and get some fresh air. Or it could mean taking PTO altogether just so that you have some time to decompress. Even if you don't have somewhere to go, just the time to sit and do nothing may be helpful and help with reducing burnout. Number 4, reassess workload. So burnout could be an indication that you have entirely too much on your plate. And learning how to say no will help with managing that workload. And if you reevaluate and find that you have too much going on, ensuring that you're communicating that to the people around you and passing some of that work onto others so that you're able to focus on yourself and prevent burnout. And last but not least, ask for help. Feeling overwhelmed and burnt out could be an indication that you have too much on your plate and you can't do it all alone. We are all human and everyone needs help sometimes. So put your pride to the side and be willing to ask others for help. All right, everyone, that's today's video. Let me know down below what strategies you're using to alleviate burnout and what experiences you've had with burnout. Like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, stay healthy and stay well. Bye.